like to start our exercises from the top of our head and work our way down the body. The first thing you'd like to do when you're exercising and getting ready, preparing yourself for dancing, is relax the neck muscles. We begin by turning the head side to side. Just drop the head. Think of bringing your ear down to your shoulders without lifting the shoulders or pinching the nerves on the side of the neck. The idea is that you have a long neck. You're suspended from the top of your head, and that elongates the neck. Then you drop the head from side to side and get a nice stretch. The next thing you want to do is go and look over your shoulder and stretch these muscles. Isolate them and pull them away. Pull the opposite shoulder away from your neck. Relax. Turn the head to the other side and pull that shoulder away. Think of pulling it away from your ear. Relax it and then move the head. The next series of exercises that you want to do for your neck is to drop the chin, and you drop the chin without moving the shoulders. Relax the head and pull the shoulders down, and then relax and lift. When we look up, one of the things you want to avoid doing, and so that you don't create any stress in the back of your neck, is dropping the back of your head. And I'll show you how this works. Dropping the back of the head so that you crease the neck. That creates too much stress in this part of the vertebra, and it can create some damage in the back of the neck. What you want to try to accomplish here is, again, work with a very long neck. You're suspended again from the top of your head so that your head is long, and you lift the chin. When you lift the chin up, a relaxing exercise to do there is to lift the chin, open the mouth, and then pull the chin up. That stretches this muscle all the way down to your breastbone, which you'll be using later on. So the exercise looks like this. You first drop the head, relax the shoulders, and pull them down. Then relax the shoulders, lift the head, make a long neck, and then lift the chin without creasing the back of the neck. Then you open your mouth, close the mouth, and pull the chin up. You should feel this pull all the way down to here. Then relax and bring the head back to a neutral place. This will help you to accomplish the head rolls and the head snaps without hurting yourself. You're isolating these muscles, you're aware of how they work, and you're less likely to cause any damage when you're flinging your hair around while you're dancing. The next exercise, that as we work our way down, are the shoulders. If you make just some nice soft shoulder rolls, going back and forward, then take the shoulders and squeeze them in. By squeezing, I mean taking the pecs here and pulling them together. So you're not using your arms to bring the shoulders in, you're using your pecs to bring the shoulders in. Squeeze and then release. And then repeat. Do this several times. It feels really good. Then you want to roll the shoulders back, again, not by pulling the shoulders back, by the elbows back, but by taking the shoulder blades and squeezing them together. So you're using the back muscles, the trapezius up and through here, and the shoulder blades in order to roll your shoulders back. And this again, you bring it back to normal and repeat. You can do this 3 or 4 times. This gets you good and relaxed and ready for the next segment. The next segment is the rib cage. You want to move the rib cage without moving the shoulders and without moving the hips. So you want to avoid lifting and rocking in here while we work on this segment. Put your hands on your hips and pretend there's a little lever here that's being pulled forward. And you push the rib cage forward without rolling the shoulders. And then bring it back to center. So you go forward and center, forward and center. What this looks like from this angle here is you're pushing forward and coming back to center, forward and back to center. Again, you want to avoid moving the arms going back or pushing your rib cage forward. This is not an exercise in your diaphragm, so you should be able to go forward and breathe out. It's not that you're puffing your lungs up with air, so it doesn't look like this sort of thing. The next section is to take the same little lever and push it in. So now from center, we're going to go back, back. There's a little bit of a crunching that happens here in your abdomen, but there isn't any rolling of the hips, and there isn't any rolling of the shoulders as well. Once you've accomplished these and you understand more or less how these muscles work and where they are in your body, you can start making the range of motion a little larger. And you can take it and go all the way forward, through center and back, forward and back, forward and back. The next thing is to take the rib cage and move it from side to side. You start at center and you move the rib cage to the right and back to center. Again to the right and back to center. Then to the left and to center. Left and center. Again, it's very important to isolate the rib cage so that you're not rocking on your hips and moving your shoulders as well. You really want to just move this section of your body. Now for the challenge. You need to make a circle. You can begin by going forward and hitting all the points, going to the side, back, side, forward, and do this several times. When you have the idea, then you can round it out and make a nice circle. Then reverse the action. Again, I really stress it's more important for you to get the correct motion and the correct isolation instead of getting big movement. Start small so that you barely are moving, but at least you're isolated. The next exercise is the pelvic area. Just stand with your feet slightly apart or one foot in front of the other and release the hip. Just get deep into your hip. And how you do that is you just bend the knee, put all the weight on the back leg, and push back. When you push back on this hip, it should go back and slightly to the side, but not out to the back this way. So it's just a settling, like you're impatient or you're waiting for something, this sort of thing. And then move it to the other hip. And again. And get a good stretch. When you're stretching it, it's okay for you to come up and down. Just really pull it and stretch it. A lot of times, ladies have a hard time moving their hips because they don't use these muscles when they walk or when they sit. Once you have the idea and you have the nice motion and you feel comfortable doing this and you don't get sore, then practice doing it without raising your head so that you're moving the weight from foot to foot, hip to hip, without your head going up and down. The next exercise is one that I use to